Is this thing on? Hello, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to Epi Reviews. It's been a long time. I feel like I don't even know what I'm doing or how I'm doing this. But we are back for Chasing Dallas. This is going to be a petty mic review because I feel like this is what the season is going to give. So we're going to start it off right. Please forgive the fact that I'm fresh, naked face that you're seeing all 46 years on the face today. I'm in my little bright sunny yellowish t-shirt and my wig. We call her Tatiana. That's her name today. But we finna jump into... I'm tired. You can look at my eyes and tell I'm tired. We're going to jump into this and then... see what it's giving, children. I'm ready. Are you? Let's get into the foolishness. Is this thing on? Hello, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to Epi Reviews. It's been a long time. I feel like I don't even know what I'm doing or how I'm doing this. But we are back for Chasing Dallas. This is going to be a petty mic review because I feel like this is what the season is going to give. So we're going to start it off right. Please forgive the fact that I'm fresh, naked face that you're seeing all 46 years on the face today. I'm in my little bright sunny yellowish t-shirt and my wig. We call her Tatiana. That's her name today. But we finna jump into... I'm tired. You can look at my eyes and tell I'm tired. We're going to jump into this and then... see what it's giving, children. I'm ready. Are you? Let's get into the foolishness. Alright, so we start with Ted Lee. A lovely young man. It looks like he does real estate, and he was the one who got Robert Ray his apartment, his deluxe apartment in the sky in downtown. So Robert Ray comes to meet with Ted Lee at he's setting up an open house, and they're having a conversation. He said he's enjoying his apartment. He got to bring his granny down and show them, and he's just pleased as punch with his place. And then he said, Robert Ray, he said, I've been doing balls and press on nails and all this and that and this and that. And so he has a new podcast called Press On with Robert Ray, and he's like, he really trying to show people how he's pressing on in life and everything. I said, I thought I was just press on because you will press a nigga. Because you will press on a nigga. I'm just saying. And not just like you finna press on and trying to holler at them, but you like maybe bop them in the head. Now wait a cotton picking minute. So we meet Miss Kiki, who was the mother of the chapter of Giuseppe Zanotti here in Dallas, and at one point she was part of the house of Gorgeous Gucci that was on the show Legendary. And so there was a family rift or something happened, and they split up, and now she is coming back into the scene with her house, and she is going to try and mend her relationship with Robert Ray because she's like, her and Robert Ray always had good vibes with each other, so she's going to try and mend the rift and heal that relationship, which I think is wonderful. I'm upset because that whole scene, she was getting all these beautiful curls put into her head, and then when she get to the ball, her hair is bone straight. You mean to tell me every single curl done fell out? Every single one? Okay, so we're back and we meet I'm going to just call the baby Joan Jett because I don't remember. I know it's Jeff? Joan Jett? Something. Elder Barge. So we meet him, and he's doing this photo shoot, and he done hired Trey Howard to come and help style him. But before we get there, they did get to show us a piece of the ball, the crayon box ball that the house of Giuseppe Zanotti participated in, and it was super cute. I like the fact that they call them the GZs because they know their whole name is a mouthful. But back to Joan Jett and Trey Howard. Now, Trey Howard done invited a +1 to this baby's photo shoot that he's supposed to be styling Joan Jett for, even though Joan Jett ain't put no deposit down. So I don't understand how. Aren't you supposed to have pulled a bunch of clothes at the beginning to style somebody? I thought that's how that... Maybe I've been watching too much Bravo. We're going to see what happens. Okay, so we met Sean, who is a fashion blogger who just moved to Dallas. And so he's new to the scene. And Trey Howard invited him to Joan Jett's photo shoot. Joan Jett seemed to have an issue with him being a fashion blogger and wearing cutoff jeans. But okay, sure, the outfit was cute to me. So what do I know? All right, and so we gonna skip ahead. Shout out to Scotty by Nature TV and that commercial. I'm so proud of you, baby. Congratulations. And we're gonna move on to Kesey is in the studio, and Dior comes to see him. See, you see the smoke in the background. Y'all see what I'm dealing with. They in the studio, and so Dior brings in Astro to meet Kesey because Dior is saying that he wants to be like in the behind the scenes, like management in the music business. Like he says he's multi-talented. He can style you. He can dress you. He can do choreography. I lost my train of thought on what I was saying. Behind the scenes, and so he put them two together. I would just like to say to Kesey, your confessions out, your green screen outfit makes me feel like you just jumped out of a Tank video where you were singing R&B to some beautiful black woman. I don't know, this is just the vibe that gives me. But also young Astro, who was young enough to be one of my babies, he seems like a very talented young man, and so he is more than willing to work with Kesey and Dior, because he says he feels like you're not gonna get nowhere without a team, which can be very true. You don't have nobody backing you and believing in your dream and helping you along the way. It makes it more difficult. Not that it's impossible, but it makes it more difficult. So we're gonna jump in and see what else is happening in this episode. Okay, so we next get Kiki and Robert Ray. So they had like maybe a small falling out when she left the gorgeous house of Gucci. So he invites her over to see his new apartment. They have a little tour. They sit down like two grown people, have an adult conversation about what happened, and Kiki just explained like she felt like she wasn't supported, and with her going through her transition and then wanting to walk femme queen category, she felt like she wasn't getting what she needed. And so there was some conversation about how he was saying it wasn't your message about what you felt and why you were leaving, is some of the things that transpired afterwards, which they didn't get into, but I feel like it was a mess. So Robert Ray is inviting people to his September to Remember event, and he was like, don't be like Dior and I invite you to something you don't come. And then they get into that situation. So he gets into it with Kiki about his falling out with Dior, and he had a toy drive because he said when he was growing up he didn't really have anything, so he wants to give back to his community, and it really meant a lot to him, and he invited everybody. And he thanked George for sending a cash app and a donation and everything but he said no one showed up. And he said even if nobody showed up, he expected his big brother, the person who knew what he went through as a child and why he was doing what he was doing, to show up to his event, and he didn't. And I guess they've been on the out ever since. He says there's no support from Dior. He doesn't answer his calls and things. So I don't know how that's going to work out. Now it says coming up we finna see Oliver and DeAndre, and that feels like a bunch of mess as well, and I'm here for every second of it. So we meet DeAndre, and he and Oliver are best friends. And so DeAndre has moved from Atlanta to Texas to open up a lounge. And so he is talking about his plans, where he wants it. He has a good idea of the area and what's going on. Sir, I'm in the middle of something. Can I go? Can I finish? Can I finish, please?
Lamar. Huh? Yo, sit down.
Okay.
Sit down. I'm sorry, ma. I need to know. Yes. Sit down. You can hug and kiss mama in a minute.
Okay, so if y'all don't know, that is my co-star and the mascot for my channel. That is the Scooter Boop. So if he randomly shows up, pay no attention. So like I was saying, DeAndre seems like he has a good business plan about what it is and where he's going to be at and getting the traffic and things like that. So it seems like a good plan. What tickled me is he asked Oliver for some seed money and asked for $30,000, and Oliver said I can do 5 and maybe work up to 10. Okay. well, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. So you have not because you asked not. So he asked, and so he gonna get something. So they are really cute friends. So Oliver is gonna introduce DeAndre to Kiki, and Kiki invited Oliver, who was then invited. A lot of plus ones is inviting plus ones to Robert Ray's September to Remember. Now Oliver said, I don't know about the girls because last time he was here, the girls was doing a lot of things, and there was a lot of montage of people getting punched in their face. But it is what it is. So we gonna see what happens next. I don't know why this makes me happy, but we're gonna run with it for right now. I'll probably take it off next time. But Trey and Dior meet and they have a conversation, and Trey Howard is trying to explain how Robert is feeling, and he's in his feelings about the situation and the non-supportiveness that he feels like he's not getting from Dior. And Dior was like, Trey Howard mentioned the event, and he was like, what event? He didn't invite me to anything. So Dior's under the impression that he wasn't invited. But Robert Ray clearly has a thing about inviting people to things. So I don't understand what's going on. And then Trey Howard started crying, and he's in his feelings because he feels like he's been left out. And Dior feels the same way because he's the strong one for everybody, and nobody ever checks on the strong one. So they Yanli and cried out. So they then have this after they hug, and I feel like Trey Howard is having some feelings about his real dad relationship with his real dad that seems to be mimicking each other in the relationship with Dior, and so he's really going through. So, and him and his boyfriend, I feel like they having conversations about whether or not they should actually be together at this point. So that baby is going through it. So Trey Howard invites Dior to Robert Ray's September to Remember event. And we're going to see how that goes. Because according to the coming up, people is gagged. And we're going to see what happens. Because I feel like it's finna go left for no good reason. Breaking news. There's no food at Robert's event. I repeat, there are no food and drinks at Robert's event. I don't understand how this is happening. How ain't no food or drinks at the event? Everybody done showed up in they best Fashion Nova outfits and stuff. This is supposed to be in September to Remember, because he's introducing his podcast and all those lovely things. You got an event space. The event space is beautiful. Or it looks like it's on a rooftop, a little game room situation happening. You could get a couple Publix fruit trays and some chicken finger trays, and then some ice cold lemonade and sweet tea. You couldn't. I would have left. And then talked bad about you. That's what I would have done. Alright, so I believe it's the next day, y'all. Just work with me. Alright, so Dior arrives at Robert Ray's function. Everybody is stunned and gagged. Nobody can believe it. But first, before we even get there, I don't know, did I talk about the thing with Oliver and how it was a weird situation with Robert and Oliver, and like Robert was picking on Oliver for no reason? It was weird. It's just weird. But it did seem like to be real serious. It seems like Oliver turned it into a playful moment, but he was like, please, I'm trying to act right because I don't want to cuss you out at your own event. It's how it came across to me. But listen, who is me? What do I know? That's how it came across. I don't know. It was weird. Alright, so everybody goes around and introduces themselves. Joan Jett is like, and it was like, oh, you're a rapper, so rap a couple bars for us. And he was like, I don't only rap when I get paid, but then proceeds to do the rap anyway. Daughter, just do the rap. Just unnecessary. That whole thing was unnecessary. And then Astro does a little rap, then Kesey does a little rap, and then Sean says that, to Teddy, now, even though you tried to pretend like you didn't know me from the other day, and Teddy was like, I don't remember talking to you. It was at a club. It happens. So I'm not going to hold that against him right now as being extreme shade or being nice, nasty, or anything like that. Um, then it's time for Dior to say something, and Robert tried to skip over him, talk about, okay, well, that's it, and everybody had to be like, nah, Robert Ray, don't act like that. And Robert Ray was like, I know y'all see my energy has been off since he got here. My energy ain't gonna be right until we have this conversation. So if y'all give us a minute, let me go take him to the side and let's have this conversation. And so they go out onto the balcony. I still don't see no food or drink, so I still don't understand what's happening, but they go to have the conversation, and that's how the episode ended. This is a very good first episode. I feel like we met a lot of people. I feel like a lot happened. I feel like we're gonna meet some more people next week, and George returns and drama ensues. But this has been my review and recap for Chasing Dallas season 4 episode 1. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.